The 4 pillars of entrepreneurship: passion, performance, pain, and price. We're going to talk about performance, decision making, and marketing. Marketing is where you break shit, says Donnie Deutsch. Marketing is where you get a voice. Why? Because you need to be heard. Marketing is where you want to increase the value to the customer, at the same time provide a unique product or service. Marketing is all about distribution. Your job is to find a new distribution channel. The 2 elements of delivery channel are cost and speed. In terms of cost, if we look at a show like 2 Broke Girls, just understand that these girls need to sell over 2 cupcakes a minute to make the numbers work. In terms of speed, how fast do you need to sell something? Jack Welch, past CEO of GE, said it best. If I had one thing, give me speed to market. Otherwise, I become tumbleweeds in a desert. The 4 P's of marketing: product, promotion, price, and place. Product. You need to exude confidence in your product, your people, in yourself. When you look across a functional product to an emotional product, if you have an ability to transform a function to an emotion, you can raise price, such as Starbucks did, taking a 30-cent cup of coffee and turning it into a $3 cup of coffee. Why? Because it's now an emotional experience. Promotion. We all know the regular promotions: search engines, advertising, directory listings, media reviews. Promotions need a story. That's what people remember. People remember stories. 75% of the people out there believe the news is influenced. It comes down to the content in the story. Bad stories lose trust and lose credibility. No credibility, no audience, no breakthrough. Place. We have direct mail, direct email, interactive web pages. We have a lot of ways to think about place, but also think about place in terms of where your product places itself within a product line. The PC was a bad match for IBM. The Wall Street Journal had to really consider whether the online version would cannibalize its offline version in terms of placing it within a product line.
You go to your closet and you select, I don't know, that lumpy blue sweater, for instance, because you're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care about what you put on your back. But what you don't know is that that sweater is not just blue, it's not turquoise, it's not lapis, it's actually cerulean. And you're also blithely unaware of the fact that in 2002, Oscar de la Renta did a collection of cerulean gowns, and then I think it was Yves Saint Laurent, wasn't it, who showed cerulean military jackets. I think we need a jacket here. And then cerulean quickly showed up in the collections of 8 different designers. And then it filtered down through the department stores and then trickled on down into some tragic casual corner where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin. However, that blue represents millions of dollars and countless jobs. And it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact you're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room.
The last P is price. There are a lot of ways to price your product: cost plus pricing, value-related pricing, value-added pricing, subscription, transaction-based, dynamic pricing. Any of these will work. Oftentimes your customer, quite honestly, will dictate how much they want to pay and how they want to pay it. You absolutely need a marketing plan. Not just to have a plan, but to have a methodology to evaluate and cost out future directions. Marketing needs to be creative. The key word, it needs to be personal, and you need the proverbial thinking outside the box.
We're trying to solve the problem here, Billy.
Not like this, you're not even looking at the problem.
We're very aware of the problem. I mean,
Okay, good. What's the problem?
look, Billy, we all understand what the problem is. We have to
Okay,
replace...
good. What's the problem?
The problem is we have to replace 3 key players in our lineup.
What's the problem?
Same as it's ever been. We've got to replace these guys with what we have existing.
No, what's the problem, Barry?
We need 38 home runs, 120 RBIs, and 47 doubles to replace.
The problem we're trying to solve is that there are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap. And then there's us. It's an unfair game. And now we've been gutted. Organ donors for the rich. Boston's taking our kidneys. Yankees taking our heart. And you guys are sitting around talking the same old good body nonsense like we're selling jeans. Like we're looking for Fabio. Think differently. We are the last dog at the bowl. You see what happens to the runt of the litter? He dies. If we try to play like the Yankees in here, we will lose to the Yankees out there.
You need to change the process of marketing. Apple did this, and it's remarkable. Oftentimes what we started was what, how, and why. What we found out about 10 years ago is people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So, inspired, leaders started going why, how, and then what. Case in point. If Apple were like every other computer, they say, what do? We make computers. How? Well, they're well designed and user friendly. And then they'd say, want to buy one. Versus, everything we do, we believe in thinking differently. We make our products beautiful and simple to use. What do you want the next step to be, Mr. Customer? Now, that's a different approach to marketing. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. The goal is not to do business with everybody who needs what you have, but the goal is to do business with people who believe in why you do it. You don't sell 1 million people who don't care. You sell 1,000 people who are passionate about your product.